and I apologize for not having had the pleasure of meeting you all in the room. Many of you I do know, but I do have the honor of serving as the president and CEO of Mote Marine Laboratory. Some of you may not know about Mote, but it's a completely independent, private, nonprofit research and science education institution that was established in Florida about 60 years ago. We have 5 different campuses that stretch from Sarasota, Florida, down to Key West. We've got about 200 staff, 35 PhD level researchers, 25 very diverse research programs, research conducted all around the world. Our mission is twofold. One is to conduct innovative and potentially transformative research that's focused on conservation and sustainable use of our oceans. And the second piece of our mission is particularly pertinent to the theme of this forum, in that we seek to translate and transfer the science and the technology development that we do to positively impact society and the health of our oceans. We do believe that a healthy and resilient blue environment is vital to the well-being of not only the state of Florida, my home state, but also the national security of our nation. And this morning, I'm pleased to have the honor of introducing Congressman David Jolly, who's representing the 13th District of Florida. And Congressman Jolly is continuing the ocean and marine science legacy of his predecessor and former boss, the late Congressman Bill Young. Congressman Jolly is very familiar with the importance of resiliency of our oceans and conservation of marine resources and what that means for our economy. And this is because Florida has over 1,800 miles of coastline, making Florida's marine ecosystem vital to its economy and its high quality of life. Sarasota Bay alone, where the headquarters of Mote is, has a local economic impact of about $12 billion a year, with a broader regional value of $60 billion a year. 45% of all the people that fish in saltwater in the U.S. fish in the Gulf of Mexico and contribute about $7 billion to our state's economy. Healthy coral reefs directly support commercial and recreational fishing, jobs, and businesses. Approximately half of all federally managed fisheries depend on coral reefs for their survival. And not only is Florida's coral reef tract the only barrier reef in the continental U.S., but Congressman Jolly is also aware that that coral reef buffers our coastline from the impacts of storms, coastal resiliency, provides habitat for over 6,000 marine species, biodiversity resiliency, is worth over $6 billion to the local economy, economic resiliency, and supports over 71,000 jobs, job security and resiliency. Sadly, over the last 4 decades, our indigenous coral species have declined in some areas by more than 90%. Some of the species actually have declined over 97%. So ocean resiliency is at risk, and Congressman Jolly knows that science is providing solutions for the resiliency of our coral reefs. For example, based on decades of research and some recent breakthroughs, our scientists and our partners are working to implement a novel restoration program aimed at recovering the massive coral species that have experienced mass mortality in recent years. These massive corals take hundreds of years to grow to the size that they formerly existed in the coral reef tract there. And this new cutting-edge technology, microfragmentation and reskinning, allows small fragments of brain coral, star coral, and boulder coral to rapidly grow, fuse back together, and reskin and recover a dead skeleton. This is an exciting breakthrough because it means that we can bring back to life a 100-year-old coral, several 100-year-old coral, in a matter of 1 or 2 years. So this science-based solution, will significantly enhance ecosystem resiliency. Ocean resiliency also provides the potential for novel medicines that directly impact human health and our quality of life. For example, our Mote Marine biomedical, immunology, and microbiology programs are right now developing potential therapies from the sea for 19 different types of human cancer, and developing new antibiotics that will fight cancer-resistant bacteria. Ocean resiliency is also linked to our national balance of trade deficit, believe it or not. The worldwide demand for seafood continues to grow. Over 90% of the seafood consumed in the U.S. is imported. In 2011, the U.S. seafood trade deficit was over $11 billion. That is second only to the trade deficit for oil. Over half of our imported seafood comes from questionable foreign aquaculture industries. But aquaculture science, again, provides solutions for this particular ocean resiliency issue to not only help feed the world, to grow a new economy that will decrease our national trade deficit and ensure safe seafood, but will also help to restore wild fishery stocks. And in fact, a new fishery management plan for the aquaculture in federal waters in the Gulf of Mexico may help to facilitate the growth of a new environmentally sound and economically sustainable aquaculture industry in the Gulf of Mexico. Congressman Jolly knows that national security, economic vitality of our nation, conservation and sustainable use of our ocean resources, and our quality of life are all intimately linked and dependent upon ocean resiliency. So he understands and supports the Consortium for Ocean Leadership's commitment to marine science and the solutions they provide for the critical issues related to marine and coastal resiliency. So I salute Congressman Jolly for continuing Florida's legacy of support for long-term conservation, sustainable use of our shared marine resources, and the vital marine science programs and initiatives that will unlock the solutions for achieving healthy and resilient oceans. Congressman Jolly isn't here, but as we heard, he thought this was important enough that he made a video so that he could at least talk to the group. Congressman Jolly.